Come on up in here. Keep my tool around here. My act the fool around here. Yeah, my hood, my set, my script, my peace, whatever. We down, we real, we bang forever. Game down there, ain't changed down there. Cause I serve the thing that broke down there. Yeah, and now I made my way around here. You know I trust them like around here. Big man down there, blow hay down here. Ask around, you know I lay down here, yeah. And now I'm dead down there. The streets was bigger, I off the land round here. And I'm still in my nightmares, yeah. My act clean and I'm living with no fear around here, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to give y'all a minute to get up in here. I just come to talk. Anybody out there put a one in the chip? It's hard to tell, but slow down here. You don't want the 24 down here. It's the season of the soul round here. According to you know, you get it for the low down here. Just the bird, get it for the service. Talking to us, be for certain. The word, so pretty down here. Shout out to all the working men out there. Big ups to all you working men out there. Listen up. The world won't turn without you. You know, we're living in a new time zone, man, a new frame. We're living in what we call, what I always told y'all is a transmogrified society, where the norm have been transformed. And for some reason today, people find it feasible to look down on working men. Transmogrified society, because the world that I grew up in, you know, it was much respect to the men who went out there and worked every day. Now, I know and understand that, you know, in this world we're living in, everybody not going to work, but, you know, let's be honest. In this world, you know, you have two people. You have bosses and you have the employees. Either you're going to be a boss or you're going to be a worker, but regardless of what you're doing, as long as you're doing something and you're being productive to the best of your ability. Shout out to all the working men. Let me explain something to y'all. For those of you who feel like you don't want to respect the working men of the day. Without the working man, this motherfucking world wouldn't even turn, period. Everything would stop in its tracks. For example, you like to eat, you like your convenience, you like to go to fast foods, you like to go to the grocery store, and you like to buy the things that you like. You know who bringing in that food supply? Working men who driving them trucks. See, it's men out there who working, who bringing in your food supply or pushing a train. See, it's men, working men who's operating these type of things to get the things that you need here, food supply, medical supply, or whatever the case may be, heavy machinery. So the things that you need in your everyday life can be done. It's men who drive trucks, push trains, or even in the airplanes. It's men, working men, who operate this machinery to get the things that you need in the proper places at a timely manner. See, y'all been programmed to train to wake up every morning and give thanks to a false entity. But ain't none of you giving thanks to what you need to be giving thanks to. Shout out to the working men out there who bringing in the food supply, medical supplies, and the whole 9 yards. If there's a bad accident in your area or a bad storm and you have no power, you know who's coming out
to do the work on your power lines? It's working men. Shout out and big respect to the working men who work for power companies and shit. You have a car, you have a breakdown, your car had to go to the shop. You know who it is doing the work on your vehicle? It's working men. Working men should be respected and appreciated, because without them, imagine what your life would be. Peace. Salute, brother. Big ups. Appreciate you dropping in, G. Shout out to the working men. Without the working men, your whole world, your life would come to a stop. Once again, it's on. The man with the big wrench, hitting them in their head with the big wrench. That work, you already know what it is. Shout out to the working men. Without the working men, your whole world would stop. And like I say, we living in a society, man, is the way everything is transmogrified. You got people all over the internet on YouTube, you know, talking about they, you know, this and that and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be with a working man and this and that. Man, let me tell y'all something. I'm a working man. Not only do I have a great job and a career, see, I have credit. Yeah, bro. Hey, boy, I'm with you above and beyond on the same tip. But before I get to the crib, I just stopped to holler at y'all, man. Listen, I'm on the same tip. I'm a working man. And along with being a working man, let me tell y'all, man, the objective is, if you're going to work, listen, I'm not telling you to settle for working. My biggest encouragement to you is to work on establishing your own business. But for those of you that do work, yes, of course, you should be respected. And not only that, fellas, man, you know, if you're going to work along with your job, you want to have good credit. That shit is important. You can't just be out here in this society just with a job and a job alone. You feel what I'm saying? You got to have shit in order. Have your credit, have your bank accounts or whatever the case may be. Have your shit in order, because credit is every motherfucking thing. See, as long as you got a source of income and you got good credit, see, whatever you need, you can get it. You just make payments on your credit, your loan, or whatever the case may be. You got a source of income to do that. That's the key. That'll save you a lot of money. That'll save you a lot of stress and heartaches. But shout out to the working man. Much love and much respect to all the working men out there. But word up, though. On the for real, like I say, I just came to talk. I just came to, you know, to spit, to vent, you know, just getting our work. Wife, you know, she, baby, when you coming home, you know, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, I'm coming, baby. You already know what it is. But anyway, shout out, much love to all my people. You know, I'm a black man living in this society, and not only am I a black man living in this society, I'm a married man, as y'all can see. I'm a married man. I'm married to a black woman. I believe in black love. You know what I'm saying? My kids, of course, they black, or whatever the case may be. And I want to say something to y'all, man. There was a thing out called Roe versus Wade. And there's also a thing out called population reduction. And I need y'all to know and understand, man, that the Roe versus Wade was aimed at a people who's reproducing at a high rate, which is us. And they, you know, they implemented this abortion simply because, let me explain something. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. You have the so-called white tees and you have the so-called blacks. No one understands something, that the white tees on the for real are really, from a global standpoint, are small in number, and they are really what you call an endangered species because they are small in number and they're dying off. And what they're trying to do is survive. So when they come up with this Roe versus Wade, this abortion, the Roe versus Wade, you know, with this abortion thing, see, no one understands something, man. For us to have children now, you're gonna have to pay for that shit, man. They're gonna make it real hard on you. You dig what I'm saying? Not only do you have the Roe versus Wade with this abortion scam, because we thinking that, you know, when they came up with this Roe versus Wade, you know, brothers on the YouTube, you know, oh, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You can't talk about killing black babies no more, and this and that, and blah, 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 blah. And at the same time, you have commercials and you have other major corporations that's promoting interracial marriage, interracial dating, and having, what's up, man? And having what you call mixed children. But let me explain something to y'all, because I kind of got off topic, but let me explain something to y'all. You have a race of people out here that is small in number and they are dying off. So this Roe versus Wade and this population control is really aimed at the so-called black race. See, because for one, from a global standpoint, we're large in number. Not only are we large in number, we reproduce faster and larger than they do. So here we go with the corruption. This is the predictive programming, the psychological attack that's been done on us in the so-called black community. The first thing they did, of course, as y'all already know, the state come in and they started offering these women this and that and blah, blah, blah. Now these women say they don't need a man and boo, boo, boo. But the whole objective was to get the father out of the household. The first thing they wanted to do was break down our foundation, the home, because that's where it starts. You start raising a generation of children without the father, they're going to grow up misguided. This is what's going to keep our prison population full. This is what's going to keep a lot of so-called black men and women uneducated. This is what's going to keep a lot of the so-called black on black crime in the community when you're dealing with young black men, because a woman can't raise a man. So that was an attack. And the first attack was to turn the man against the woman, the Willie Lynch syndrome, to turn the man against the woman, get the man out of the house, off of these women, all of this and that and blah, 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 all of these government assistance, and then tell them the man can't be there. So now you got a broken household and you got a woman trying to raise children without the father. The head have been taken out of the house. So of course, these kids are growing up unbalanced. You dig what I'm telling you? And you got these young men out here, you got young women trying to raise young men without the dads being in the household. So here's the kicker. Not only was this a psychological attack for a reason on the so-called black community, you have a lot of so-called black women who's co-conspirators to the system. And they jumping right on board, and they are doing what you call cooperating. So now you got a plethora of so-called black women on YouTube swearing all black men ain't no good and this and that and da 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 blase blase blah, you know, with all this madness. So what you got now is you got a gender war. You got black men against black women against black men, and this only thing that this is doing is creating further separation. So what you saying, working man? What you getting at? All right, I get straight to the fucking point. When the elites implemented this madness, they already knew the quickest way to break down and destroy the so-called black community is to go through their women first. Is to go through their women first. So a lot of what you seeing, a lot of what you hearing ain't nothing but the work of the elites on the minds of us as a people. In order for a divester to be a divester and be accepted by a bride, she has to have hate for the black man. See, the only type of man that divestors are getting are racist brads who really hate blacks. They will accept a woman as long as the black woman hate black men. The hatred has to be the foundation. Can I get an amen? Hatred is the foundation. One day I was riding, as a matter of fact, I was in my Benz, and you know, I'm clean. You know, I got my gear on, I'm clean shaven, bald head shining, I'm talking about I'm fresh. And I pull up. And when I pull up at a certain area. When I pull up, there's a black female out there, she's with a brad. Now, when I pull up, the black chick, the female, she's, I'm talking about, yeah, she looking. She looking. Because I was looking like $1 million. I ain't got $1 million, but I was looking like a damn $1 million. So when I pull up, she looking. Because she seen a brother who got his shit together. She looking. And I see her looking. But she look. Now the brad, the brad had stepped off to the side. And let me tell you what the brad did. The brad got off to the side with his shades on, and he got in position as the way he can watch. Well, he already see me, but he got in position as the way he can see her, to see how she's acting, how she's reacting to, you know, here it is, you got a nice looking brother pulling up. He's in a foreign, whatever the case may be, he clean, playing his little music, you know, looking like I ain't got a worry in the damn world. He stepped off to the side. He's watching her to see if she's feeling me. In other words, he's watching her. In other words, I better see that hatred for that black man in you. If not, it's over. And that's what he was watching for. I seen it all. And I was laughing. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. But that's what it's all built on. That's what it's all about. Divestment is built on hatred for black men. And in order to be a divester, you have to have hate black men, and the men that they with hate black men as well. That has to be the case, because look at what's happening. In order for these females to even build a channel, their main talking points have to be talking shit about black men. And it's like these females of today, they enjoy being able to go to somebody's channel just to be able to listen to that rhetoric. For example, you got people like Cynthia G. Now, Cynthia G, she's a black woman who still like black men, but she hate black men. And not only do she hate black men, I mean, the women that subscribe to her and come to listen to her, a lot of these women still fuck with black men. They got kids with black men. They sleep, they finna lay down with a black man tonight, but they enjoy listening to the rhetoric. For whatever reason, they enjoy listening to the rhetoric because the rhetoric fits the description of the individuals that they have been with. See, let's talk about decisions. Listen, the other night I was watching YouTube, and a brother was sharing a short, and there was a beautiful female who was sitting in a room talking to a bunch of young athletes. And she was explaining to these athletes, this is the deepest shit I've ever heard on YouTube. And it stuck with me, and it will go to my grave with me. She told them, when you're born, you are born looking like your mother and your father. But when you die looking like your decisions. That's deep. That's deep. When you're born looking like your mother and father, but when you die looking like your decisions. You ever seen a dope fiend who died in that state? You ever seen an alcoholic who died in that state? You ever seen a person who died in a terrible state simply because they made choices and decisions, and this is the state that they died in? That's some deep shit, man. That's some deep shit. And I promise y'all, man, y'all better take that shit and put it in your wallet and keep it with you. When you born looking like your mother and father. But when you die looking like your decisions. What decisions have you made in life? Imagine making a decision to be a chronic alcoholic and you die from cirrhosis of the liver. You died looking like your decisions. It's time to stop faking out this bitch and let's get real. See, a lot of people, when they die, you got people standing over the body and they just want to talk about the good. It's time to start keeping it real. Because everybody out here ain't good. Stop the bullshit. But the whole point I'm trying to make, when I'm talking about decisions, when I'm speaking about decisions, look at the world we living in. You look at YouTube, you got all these modern black women who, listen, I get on YouTube and I scroll. I like to look at a lot of things, but I always come across that shit and I be like, man, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. But when you're born looking like your mother and father. When you die looking like your decisions. So what decisions are you making out in society? Let me tell you what I see. I see a lot of modern black women, whether they call themselves divestors or Cynthia G subscribers or whatever the case may be. Listen, if you choose to carry before you marry, that's a choice and a decision that you made, correct? And you know when you do that type of shit, the situation is not going to go accordingly. It never have, it never will, because you are going against the natural balance of nature. See, before you get pregnant, before you carry, see, you should have a husband. I see a lot of modern black females today, they will get pregnant by Pookie and Ray Ray because these females out here love bad boys. They love that tough guy shit, the tattoo shit. Don't let them fool you. They like that shit. When they get older and damn near hitting the wall and they see the truth and they got 3, 4 kids, then they want to reach back and get with the good guy. Big ups. Blue blood, royalty, word up. Then they want to reach back and get the good guy. Now here's the kicker. They'll make that fucked up decision, go through hell with this Pookie and Ray Ray or whatever the case may be, go through a situation that they don't like, then they will turn around and make the same decision again. Now you got 2 kids by the same guy, or you got 2 kids by 2 different guys. You done made the same badass decision twice. It's called accountability, people. See, the men that you having the kids with, you knew they wasn't shit when you got with them. After Pookie get done with them, they want to make videos about how bad all men are, but never saying yeah, you damn right. And that's how the game go. I see it every day. Man, I see it every day. I got daughters out here. I see the shit, but I try to get them all the game that they supposed to have. I'm doing my part. I'm sitting them down. Listen here. Let me explain this to you. You don't, but these same females, they making the same, accountability is kryptonite to women. Man, you right about that shit, man. They don't want to hear that shit. I tell you, man, accountability is everything. And I know and understand accountability, more than anybody, because I'm an ex-convict, man. I did time in the penitentiary, man, and I had to be accountable for my actions. But I got out here and made a world of changes. I got an education, I got trades, I got a career, all that shit. So don't let nobody tell you that you can't do this and do that. That's bullshit. I'm here to tell you. Already. Hey, my man said, you see this right here, this Bud Light? That Bud Light stands for, bitch, you don't like it? So hold on, say, you don't like it? Yeah, it say, that Bud Light say, bitch, you don't like it? Go to hell home then. Bud Light, bitch, you don't like it? Go to hell home then. Yeah, word up. But yeah, man, decisions. So, here it is. You got these same females, like you say, they'll spend their whole motherfucking young, picking up a 12-pack now. Yeah, get it, cuz. Take it easy. Everything in moderation. Ain't nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. If you don't, handle your business, you done made your bread, handle, done got all work or whatever, handle your business, shit, chill out, not too much. Okay, think about your health. Your health is your wealth. Let me tell y'all something, man. As long as you got good health, you got money out this motherfucker. Your health is your wealth. See, you can have all the wealth in the world and your health go bad. Let me tell you something. When your health go bad, all that wealth don't mean shit. Your health is more important than wealth. Health is your damn wealth. Health is your goddamn wealth. As long as I got good health, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep getting that money, man. But I'm going to tell you something, my brother. You got to make your doctor's appointments and shit. Go to the doctors, do your annual checkups. If you my age and shit like that, get your colonoscopies and shit. Do the necessary things that you need to do. Because they feeding you poisons out here in the society today. You know what I mean? You got to, like I say, do things in moderation, enjoy yourself, but you have to stay up on yourself. You know what I mean? You have to stay up on yourself. Word up. But like I told you, decisions. No doubt. Dentist checkup too. That's good heart health. That's good heart health. That shit is important. You know what I'm saying? Your teeth in your motherfucking head, you can have a major issue that can cause your heart disease and shit like that. You know what I mean? No doubt. Like I'm telling you, fellas, decisions. And you got these same females, like I say, they run around, black men, this and that, but they may make the same decisions over and over and over. I know females out here got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids and shit by 2 and 3 and 4 different dudes. How is it possible that you can keep making the same goddamn decisions over and over? That's something I don't understand. But now all men ain't shit. No, you wasn't shit because for one, you made poor decisions when it came to yourself. You wasn't shit. And based on the fact that you wasn't shit, you picked shit. You know what I mean? You laid down and had kids with a motherfucking man who ain't even have no conversations with you about being married or being one and raising a family. Any female out there getting pregnant and having kids by a motherfucker that they ain't married to, you got to be a fool. No doubt. But the system was set up by design to disassemble the black community, separate the black man and woman and the child. And the modern black women of the day, they are co-conspirators to the enemies. Not only are they sleeping with the slave masters' grandsons. What up, man? Yeah, I'm doing a live on YouTube right now. Yeah, I'm doing a live right now, hollering at the folks and shit.
You say you live?
Yeah, I'm on live, doing something on live on YouTube. I'm gonna get with you in a minute.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm kicking it with my family. Yeah, so the system, they implemented this hatred, man. And everything that you looking at today, this is a result of a slave mentality, man, in the black community. So you got, you know, black men against black women against black men. You know, the black community has been disassembled. And all this is related to population reduction. And I have, but you know, that's good. But goddamn. Is you married to any one of your kids' fathers? God damn, I mean, let me ask you a question. Why are you having kids with men and ain't getting married? I mean, don't it make sense to get married to somebody, then have children? And never receive child support. Well, you know, child support ain't nothing but a fucking scam anyway, just to put people in the system. It's all bullshit. Because they don't give a damn about the kids. You can be paying $1,000 a month. Shit, I mean, now they got it where the kids ain't even getting that damn money. I mean, you know, they don't give a fuck about the kids. It's all about keeping people in the system. That shit is all about money for them. But my question is, you know, you done had all these kids, but ain't never been married. Is you gonna even try to get married? Let me explain something to you. To each his own, and they say it's somebody for everybody. But see, I wouldn't marry a woman like you. You know, hell no. I've been engaged too many times, but it didn't work out to go that far. Why it didn't work out? Be honest. What type of mindset did you have? How did you go about things? How did you go about your communication? And how did you deal with like the hardships or whatever the case may be? Because it always takes two to tangle, people. And see, this be the bullshit, man. You know, people get on YouTube and be like, oh, you know, just put out, the black man is to blame for everything. But let me tell you something. You ever played I'm Good, Big Man, trust me. That's what it do, man. Oh, Carolyn D. Hey, you know, to each his own. To each his own. To each his own. But, you know, it take two to tangle. Remember I remember when I was in school, see, I was one of them students, right, that they used to have at the front of the line when we played tug of war, cause I was a little bigger and stronger than the other kids and shit. So when we played basketball and did shit like tug of war, you know, I was the champ. But anyway, when we played tug of war, see, you couldn't play that shit by yourself. It takes two to tangle. Anytime you got an issue or a problem in a relationship, trust me, it ain't just one person. It's both. But what you have to do, see, you have to be accountable. You have to look in the mirror. You have to say to yourself, okay, well, this is what's going on. What part did I play in this situation? What did, you know, you got to look at self. And a lot of time when you do that, you probably was the motherfucking problem. Then you got to be man enough or woman enough to go to your mate, you know, have a conversation, apologize or whatever, and talk and move forward. Honestly, I dealt with serial cheaters. You know, I don't have an answer for that. People choose to do what they do. I mean, I can speak for me. I'm a married man. as y'all can see. I'm married to a black woman who I love very much. You know what I'm saying? I'm raising black kids and shit. And I've been married to my wife for some years now. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I've never cheated on my wife. Honestly speaking. And I ain't got no reason to lie. I've never cheated on my wife. I never went outside of my marriage. It's damaging the trust. Men nowadays. Well, you know, it all depends on what man you dealing with. Like I say, I know it's, you know, it depends on what man you dealing with. I mean, you know, speaking for me, you know, my wife got a good man. I bust my ass. I work every motherfucking day. I handle my business like a man supposed to. And I've never cheated on my wife. I've never cheated on my wife or went outside of my marriage. Never. I only had time for that shit. So, you know, I guess you guys got to know where to look. You got to know how to look. You got to know where to look. I mean, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. You know a good man or a good woman, you know, you can kind of tell by how they handle their business and by how they move. You dig what I'm saying? You see a man who go out every day and handle his business, and you really don't see him bullshitting and fucking around too much, you know, with the bullshit. Then 9 times out of 10, you know, that man gonna be about his business at all times. You know, I don't have an answer for that. I just, you know, like I say, I'm a married man, black man married to a black woman. I ain't never cheated on my motherfucking wife, and I won't. I do not do that shit. You know, you know, I hope y'all women out there can find a man like that, whether he black or white. Because I'm gonna tell you something, it don't make no damn. It don't matter what color his skin is. A man gonna be a damn man. He gonna do whatever he choose to do, whether he black or white. So all this old shit, people talking about, oh, we gonna divest and we gonna have a better life and this and that, blah, 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 blah. Big man, I learned when you loyal women, it's easy for a man to wear folk. When you're loyal. Say, big man, I've learned when you're a loyal woman, it's easy for a no good man to wear a false mask. Let me tell y'all something. See, you can feel real. You can't feel fake, but see, you can recognize fake. Yeah, people do wear masks out here. But let me tell you something, man, the signs are always there. The signs are always there. I'm what you call an observacologist. See, I learned this being in the penitentiary, to be able to observe, just observe, to watch a person and watch their body language, and it's eye contact. It's a lot of shit there that would tell you everything you need to know. Throw the hook out there, see how the fish will bite. See, that's why you have insight. That's why you've been blessed with certain shit. It ain't no excuses. You can feel that shit and know that shit when motherfuckers ain't right. I'm telling you. And you can't be blind to that. Like I told y'all before, man, I close my eyes, but I can still see. Because I don't look with these. See, I look with the third eye. You know what I'm saying? A person can come to you looking pleasant, got on a mask and this and that and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And you can be tricked by what you see with the visual. But see, you got to look at the motherfuckers with that third eye. See, you got to feel their spirit. You got to feel their soul. You know how you been around a person, you been like, man, that motherfucker ain't right. That individual ain't right. See, that's your spirit. That's your soul telling you. And anytime you with a person, you look deep. You use your third eye. And when you can't, when your spirit and your soul don't resonate with theirs, that's enough to tell you everything you need to know. Let me tell you something. You can't be with a cheater without knowing he's a cheater. You know that motherfucker cheat. You feel something. You know something. But you in denial. And you go with it. That's the business. I go off the third eye. If I don't feel, listen here, if my soul don't resonate with you and my spirit don't resonate with you, let me tell you something. We have no dealings. We won't even be in the same room together. I will not fuck with you. And them facts. But y'all got to understand the world that we living in. Understand the world we living in, because you living amongst a bunch of fakerism. Let me tell you something, man. Out here in society, even on YouTube, a bunch of these motherfuckers are fakes. See, anybody, and I mean anybody, can get on YouTube, make a YouTube channel, you know, and talk this and that about black men, or talk this and that about black women, and you know, all that old shit, all that old mess that keep us separated. But let me tell you something. What's the truth behind you? What's really going on in your life when that screen goes black? I don't give a damn if you're a divester or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You can be a divester, you can be saying this and that, but what's really going on with you at the end of the day? Because there's brass out there who beat motherfucking women. See, you can be a divester but getting your ass whooped by a brad because you done sold your soul to the demon. Probably in a position as the way he doing everything. It happens. You think it don't? This is the reality. This is the world that we living in. I'm an ex-convict. Yeah, I made motherfucking terrible decisions. I've been to prison. Let me tell you what I seen in the system. Damn the statistics. I seen the real truth. Yeah, you got brass in there. I'm talking about that drastically beat women. But here's the deal. You got a lot of fakerism on YouTube. You got a lot of people that get on here and they put on a mask and they say this and they say that. But what's really going on in your life? I don't give a damn if you is a divester. You might be married to a brad who don't know how to communicate. He don't know how to support you emotionally. Yeah, he might be taking care of you, but there's a lot of things that's lacking. A lot of y'all really ain't happy in your motherfucking relationships. I don't give a damn who you is. You can be a divester, whoever. You get on here and this and that, The true reality in your real personal life, a lot of you really ain't happy. A lot of y'all get on here on YouTube, your marriage is destroyed. You ain't even happy in your marriage. You ain't even happy with the one you're with. But yet and still, you got time to get on YouTube and focus and worry about the so-called men that you don't want to have nothing to do with. It's a so-called divester out there. She with a brad. Supposedly with a brad. Always making videos, but everything that come out of her mouth is about the black man. If you're really happy with the individual you with, you really don't have time to be worried about the black community or Blackistan, as y'all call it, or these nakers. Yeah, I'm the big naker. Dig it. You will, if you will. If you really happy in your relationship and you bout that, why are you even wasting your time about men that you don't want to have nothing to do with? I'll tell you why. Because hatred is being promoted. See, this certain divester I'm telling you about, she's full of hatred for black men. Her mama black, her daddy black, she got black family members, but she hate the hell out of black men. Why? See, you got to look behind the veil. What the hell is really going on? What are y'all hiding? See, you can get on YouTube and talk all kind of shit, but tell the truth about you. Tell the truth about what's really going on. Yeah, you can say any damn thing on the screen, but a lot of y'all are miserable in your personal lives. Getting on here talking about, oh, we gonna divest and we gonna get us a brand and this and that. It don't make no difference who you with. Whether you with a brad, whether you with a black man, a Chinese man, a blue man, a green man, or a purple man. You have issues in every community. And in every community, you have men who've been raised by single fathers who really don't know how to treat a man. In the black community, the white community, or whatever community. Facts. Yeah, you have men who was raised by fathers and don't know how to treat a woman. That's in every community. So don't come on here faking in front and talking that old shit, talking about, oh, we gonna divest and we gonna live a better life. Hell, you got brads out here that's killing women, killing their wives, killing their children. Y'all get on here and act like it's all peaches and cream in the white community. Bullshit. Like I told y'all, divestment is built off of hatred. That's what it's all about. A black woman, she got to hate black men, number one, and the man that she with hate black men as well. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't accept that shit. Any respectable individual. Just imagine, I've never been with a Becky in my motherfucking life. I don't do Beckys, and I would not put my phallus inside of a Becky. Yeah, solid. Solid. See, I know and understand genetic survival. I know what's going on out here. I know the swords and the arrows that's been thrown at the black community. And a lot of us are what I call co-conspirators. We have been predictively programmed, and we jumping right on board. It's all to destroy us as a race of people. All this shit that you see on YouTube, black men against black women against black men. Now they are promoting interracial dating and having mixed children. Why? Because the white race is an endangered species. They small in numbers and they are dying the fuck off. They doing anything to survive. But yet and still, they trying to erase us in the motherfucking process. And a lot of your black women have identified with the enemy and jumped on board and playing a motherfucking game. Big facts. Put that in your motherfucking pipe and smoke it. Yeah, I talk like that. Big up to everybody in the chat. That's what's happening. And that's what's going on. See? That's what's happening. And that's exactly what's going on. Carolyn D. You rocking with a nigga, ain't you? Uh-oh, I see a pit bull on the street. I'm finna get him. Nah, I ain't gonna take that dog. Nice one, too. Nice one. But yeah, Carolyn D, I see you rocking with a G. That's what's up. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? And, you know, like I say, you know, I speak from the old Islamic traditions that I was taught. You know, if I said anything wrong, then, you know, that's on me. But, you know, everything that I said right is coming from the Most High. You did what I'm telling you? Now, let's continue. Like I say, I stopped at a friend's crib, man. I ain't even got home yet because I wanted to come and vibe with y'all. You know, wife, she called and texted. You ready for dad to come home, but understandable. Old school player. Thank you for keeping it real. Yeah, you know I got to keep it 100. The working man, the man with the big branch, that work. But yeah. Damn. Man, you made me forget what the hell I was about to say. But that's what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? We under tap. And this shit is deep. Because you got, for example, I'm going to tell you the attack, how we being attacked psychologically. You had that punk ass nigga, Charles Barkley. That punk ass nigga, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, you old buck dancing ass nigga. This nigga made a video, you know, trying to, man, I'm enjoying this live. Salute, OG. Yeah, for sure. Above and beyond, no doubt. You know what I mean? OG up in this bitch. Yeah, check it. Charles Barkley made a video like he giving motivation to speak, you know, to the young youth to you know, to do the right thing. But the whole time, this motherfucker got on some slave pants with no shirt. You know how they put the depictions out there, got on the slave pants with no shirt with chains on. My nigga, why would you even put some shit out there like that? What you did was you was promoting that slave mindset, that slave mentality, to keep the young brother psychologically locked up in chains. Charles Barkley, you a bitch ass nigga for sure. That's real talk. I'll give you a little light, G. I'll give you a little light. Yeah. So, boom. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Another thing I hear these divestors, you know, they get on YouTube and, oh, you know, we gonna get with Braz and this and that, and Brad is, you know, and the black community ain't this and that, and blah, blah, blah. What was the girl name? Tamaya Jeans or whatever. The black chick that the white cop shot through her window and killed her. Right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now you know the cop that did the shooting, that did the killing. You know what they gave this fucker? They gave this man 12 years for killing a black woman. I am very disappointed. Like I told y'all, I don't hate black women. I'm against those that's against us. I'm against those that's against us. Because these divestors and these modern black women who hate black men ain't nothing but the new modern age Ku Klux Klan. You dig? In disguise, in black skin. Now let's continue. This cop shot the sister through her window and murdered her. Cold blood. They give him 12 years in prison. It was less than 12, as a matter of fact, but he only got to do half of his time, then he get released. In 4 or 5 years, this man will be out of prison, free. Now, let me give y'all the breakdown on this shit, because there's a new law that have been implemented. And see, within this new law, they don't give out years anymore. They give out months. Let's say, for example, you go to court and you get sentenced, and they give you 40 to 50 months. See, back in the days, they used to give you, oh, well, we'll give you, power to the people, no doubt. We'll give you 5 to 6 years. Right? Oh, back in the days, they'll say that they give you 6 years in prison. They'll give you 6 years and cut that 6 into 3. You'll work on that 3 with good behavior. Hell, you'll probably be out in 6 months. That was the old school law. The new law implemented everywhere is the fact that they give out months now. This is how they present it. Okay, well, we give you 50 to 60 months. Now, no one understands when they give you 50 to 60 months, it's a minimum and a max. You have to do the minimum. So if you got 50 to 60 months, you have to do 50 months. How in the fuck is it possible that this European devil killed my sister and only get 12 years? And he do half of that, then he's up for parole. That's the old school law. But I thought that law was diminished. But it wasn't diminished for this Brad. The point I'm making is you got black women who get on YouTube and they worship these Brads and say that Brad is a better choice. But at the same time, look at what Brad turn around and do to the same black women. And he gets a slap on the wrist. You know what that mean? You know what that mean? Let me explain something to y'all. I don't give a damn who you is. You can be a black woman who hate black men or whatever the case may be, or be a divester. But according to the Constitution, this is what they wrote in the Constitution. See, y'all talk about statistics, but y'all don't talk about this shit. The Constitution say that all black folks, black men, black women, and children are only 3/5 of a people. If you look at a rule and see what 3/5 of a ruler is, that's nothing. They say that you're not even human, you are an animal. This is the reason why These brass can kill a black woman and ain't getting no motherfucking time for it because they see you as 3/5 of a people. But yet and still, you still on YouTube talking about, oh, we divested this and that, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a damn if you is with a white man. Break the law and go to court. You're going to get treated like a nigga. Y'all on here talking like y'all free. Ain't no motherfucking freedom in the United States of America. I don't give a damn if you is a divester. You still have to pay taxes. Yeah, y'all tripping. Working man. Work. Yeah, y'all tripping. Come on in and keep it 100. He got 12 years. He got nothing. Then they cut that in half. Then they cut that in half. Then they cut that in half. If it was you, they'd have gave you months. They'd have gave you months. And when I say months, they may have gave you they may have gave your ass 300 months for a murder. Yeah, you look it up. Months. But that's the law. So how is it possible that this man didn't get months? How is it possible that he didn't get 100 to 200 months? How is it possible that he wasn't sentenced under the law, the guideline that they sentence you by now? They go by a bracket. Yeah, I know about all this shit. I know about all this shit. But yeah, man, I'm finna get my ass home to the crib, man. I just came to holler at y'all today, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace out. Big ups to all the folks. Big brother OG just came to keep it 100 and spit that game. You did what I'm telling you. The Working Man TV, Big brother OG, that motherfucking work. I'm out.